What does music mean for us? Everything has a song. Everything everything has a song. If you go into the very essence, what is there? Energy, vibrating energy translated into frequency. Frequency is song. So all of creation is a composition of different frequencies. All of creation is a composition of different frequencies, different levels of densities, of energy vibration. So everything has a song. The stone has a song, the stars have a song, the tree have a song, the heart has a song, every being has a song. And it's all about to find that song. And how do we find that song? By becoming very still, learning to listen deeply, and to become an instrument for that song. That is, I believe, our true purpose in life. So this is where we come in as servants, as instruments, providing sacred sound, sacred song, to awaken the sacred song within the heart of everyone around us and within us.
And the other thing is, music really, when we say music is, we use it very commonly, music is the universal language. It is by far one of the most evolved, the most sublime languages we have, because we can connect with people from irrespective of cultures, irrespective of your history, of your background. I mean, when we met, so many years have gone behind us. We've met 6 months ago or a few months ago, But you connect. The music just brings you together. You speak from the heart, really, and that's what music is. And the more we can connect to somebody's heart through the music, the more we reassert the fact that we are one. We are one. We are one heart, one love, one consciousness. And music is that language of in that level of consciousness. Music is the language of the heart, and that is what we are really trying to do with our music, trying to connect deeply with the listener.
We're not trying, actually.
We're not trying. We are doing it. Yeah.
This is our prayer.
That's our prayer.
For me, prayer is not just something where you fold your hands and you whisper into God's ears. For me, prayer is to really listen deeply to the song of the heart, which is our compass for guidance, which carries our purpose of being. And if we really learn to tune into that song through sound, through sacred sound as a vehicle, and through silence as a fuel for this vehicle, we can come into deep resonance in communion with Source, with the Divine. And this is what our music is about, coming into communion with Source. What happens when we come into communion with Source? It's flirting with God. Yeah, it's actually dancing with the Divine, and that happens only in moments. Yeah, in a true moment, of true presence, we can experience that union, and in that union there's no separation. All separation falls away in that moment of true being. Yeah.
In yoga, we have this beautiful phrase: what happens as the culmination of the practice of what is that union? The two words, Swarupe Avasthanam, which means getting established in the self. When that communion happens and when that union happens, you simply get established in the self. You find yourself. You answer the eternal question, who am I? So, and music is a very powerful instrument.
And of course this happens only in moments, because in true communion we would probably dissolve. We would not even be able to in true communion it is such a blissful state of total awakening that we would not, this body would be too limited this chalice, this heart, would be too limited to contain all of that is. Yeah. So we would probably, go up in flames or dissolve, and that's what many of the great masters who are in true communion, you find just a pile of nails and hair maybe left from them. They've mastered, they have entered completely back into the ocean of being, and they're not a wave anymore. There is no wave anymore which is identified with the wave. There's only the ocean. So the individual expression of the wave has melted back into being the ocean.
Another thing about when you're talking about prayer, sometimes you look around us, look at ourselves. You go to a restaurant, the man brings you a glass of water, and we say thank you profusely. If he brings it a little before you expected it to come, we say 10 thank yous. Thank you, so kind of you. Let me the water. Oh, so nice. We don't take a second off from our day-to-day life to thank God.
For the abundance
For
we
the
are receiving
abundance.
every moment.
So many of us haven't had to go hungry ever, or worry about where am I going to sleep tonight. The fact that hands are working, eyes are working, everything is okay.
Heart is beating, lungs are breathing, breath of life. We are so abundant simply by being
just
alive.
being alive. Just a little gratitude. Prayer is gratitude. Just an expression of gratitude. And the more we grow, the quality of our prayers change, from asking and from wanting to thanking. Just a state of gratitude and thanking, and then hoping that the same abundance is showered on all.
Yeah, so that is what our music is about. To give thanks back to Source for all the abundance we receive every day simply by being alive. There is so much to be grateful for. And by counting our blessings, we can realize, hey, we are so blessed. And what can we do but give thanks and sing praises? And that's what our music is about. To acknowledge deeply the gift of life, the gift of the source of life, and to reflect that through our sung prayers, through our songs, through our sacred music, inner world music, sacred world music. That's what SHAMANTRA is about.
And when we are singing, in Sanskrit, for example, or singing in the praise of God, a lot of the bhajans, you will note, is nothing but different names of the divine. Yeah. So, for example, if you're singing something simple like Shankara, Shankara, Parvati, Maheshwara, Chandramauli, Shankara, Chandrasekhara, just names of Shiva. Okay, Shankara. Now we say this name, but the music goes a step deeper, and the prayer gets deeper when you know what you're singing about. If Shankara, why Shankara? Why is the name Shankara? Shankahara, one who removes fear. So when you're saying Shankara, if you reflect on the meaning of the name, okay, Parvati Maheshwara, Maheshwara, the great Lord. Okay, Chandramauli Shankara, one whose face is as beautiful and serene as the moon. Chandrasekhara, one who has the moon on his as the crescent of the moon on top of his head. Shiva has this moon here, which symbolizes his control over the medicine kingdom, for example. So each name is a teaching. Each name, and in
Key, a formula.
Yeah, and if you can reflect on that one name, you get the whole teaching. It's all there. So that is the power of singing mantra and bhajans and singing the praise of the divine. To be able to reflect back real time while you're singing, that what am I singing about? The teaching is all there in the words, in the names.
And SHAMANTRA is about the fusion, not just of East and West, of the mantras of the Sanskrit, the Hindu tradition, or beyond the Hindu tradition, the ancient mantras of Sanskrit. But it's also the shamanic mantras, the shamanic prayers, like decoding and listening deeply to the song of all that is, and translating that song into our language, into our songs and music. Yeah? And in this way we have different keys to these different worlds and deeper understanding of the being of things.
That's a good one actually. Huh? Like translating into our language, what is understandable. It says inspiration, silence, happiness, awareness, and the first letters are ISHA. That's Isha. That's the name of my daughter.